This video is for entertainment purposes only. All photos have been found in the public domain and are fair use and fair dealing. Hello, first of all I want to apologise for my absence. Things have got crazy busy here at home, so I'm very sorry about that, but I'm back and I'd like to talk to you about a few things that I think you will find interesting. So this video is going to be about some of the blatant lies that I think that are happening with regards to the Sussexes' past, and about some of the blatant lies that have come out of their mouths and also by their press team, and I'd like to just shine a light on a few of these instances. Now I'm going to start with how they met. A lot has been speculated about this. During their BBC interview, they claimed that they were set up on a blind date by an undisclosed friend, and this date took place in July 2016. Now, in early 2016, Meghan was actually living with her celebrity chef boyfriend, Corey Vitello, and she'd been involved with him since around about 2014. They were still together in May 2016 as she was still commenting on his Instagram account. In May 2016, the Prime Minister of Canada, which is Justin Trudeau, I think I've pronounced his name out correct, sorry if I haven't. Now, he held a promo for the Invictus Games, and Corey, the chef, was actually selected to cater for the private dinner in which both Harry attended and Meghan. So their paths crossed in May 2016. And I'd just like to point out that, interestingly enough, Vanity Fair did an interview with Meghan, which came out in around September 2017, where she talked about her relationship to Prince Harry. She's not quite so shy from publicity then, was she? Originally, this publication stated that they had met in May 2016. That was redacted and changed to say July 2016. Why did they have to change it? Did they meet in May or did they meet in July? We've got two sources that are suggesting that they actually met in May and not July. Which one do you believe? To answer my own question, changing the date to a few months later would stop these pesky little suggestions of, was Meghan still with Corey when she originally met Harry? Was she already in a relationship before when they actually met? I'm going to leave that one up to you to figure out, because I'm not going to suggest either way, because the facts are there and it's just a little bit erased here and there. I'd also like to point out that she also stated that she didn't grow up with an understanding of the royal family and she didn't know much about Harry. Again, another lie. According to family friends, she was extremely intrigued by Diana, not just for her style, but for her independent humanitarian mission, seeing her as a complete role model. Although Meghan and Harry insist they knew little about each other before meeting, Meghan's strange sister, Samantha Grant, claims it was Meghan's ambition to become a princess. Another lie, during the Oceania tour, just after they got married, Meghan gave a speech, and in it she spoke about how important it was for her to get an education and for girls around the world to do exactly the same. She also revealed that she paid for all her school herself. No, she did not. As a university graduate, she said, I know the personal feeling of pride and excitement that comes with attending university, she began. From the moment you receive your acceptance letter to the exam you spend countless late nights studying for, the journey of higher education is an incredible, impactful and pivotal one. I'm also aware of the challenges of being able to afford this level of schooling for many people around the world, myself included. Yet, in an interview with the Daily Mail, her brother, Thomas Markle Jr., claimed that Markle's education at Northwestern University was paid for by her father's lottery winnings. Funnily enough, the site I used to look back at the TIG archive has one article blog post unavailable. And can you guess which one it is? It's the one about her father. About finding your own light. Strange that, isn't it? On the 12th of October 2018, Princess Eugenie got married. The media went absolutely crazy because it seemed that Meghan wore an outfit that suggested that she was pregnant. She'd underdone the last few 3 buttons of a coat and to give the perception that she was hiding something. Everyone had an opinion on this. It went absolutely mad. I'm sure you remember it. Personally, I think she knew exactly what she was doing. She wanted all the attention on her because, in my opinion, she's a narcissist. Harry and Meghan then went on their Oceania tour, and while in the air, Buckingham Palace released this statement. Their Royal Highnesses the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are very pleased to announce that the Duchess of Sussex is expecting a baby in the spring of 2019. So spring, yeah? Spring. Spring tends to be between April and June, thereabouts in this country. Working back from Archie's birth, the day of his birth, taking into consideration that she was overdue by around about 10 days, this means Meghan was just shy of about 12 weeks at Princess Eugenie's wedding. For a first-time mum, she would not have been showing, in my opinion. She'd have been as flat as a pancake, so why all the drama? It was ridiculous. Why lie and play games? Personally, I actually think it was to get back at Eugenie with all the tiara hoo-ha. She wanted a tiara, she was told no. She also told a fan in Birkenhead on the 12th of January that she was nearly there and that she was 6.5 months pregnant. It doesn't make sense. The numbers don't add up. And then we have the birth shambles. Now, the palace released a statement saying that they would do a press release once Meghan was in labour. Yes, one was released around 1 p.m. on the 6th of May, saying that she had gone into labour, and then it was followed by another just about 30 minutes or so later saying that she'd actually had the child in the early hours of the morning. So they released a statement about 1 o'clock saying she's in labour. They must have known that the child had already been born, because with protocol, the first person that has to be told is the Queen. So what the hell went wrong? Why more deception and lies? There have been many rumours surrounding the pregnancy and the birth, and there are some out there that believe that all these smoke and mirrors are there just to cover up an even bigger story, that she was never in fact pregnant, but used a surrogate. We've all seen the wibbly wobbly bump video and we can come to our own conclusions. But one thing I do know that is so much secrecy and mystery surrounding these two, something really doesn't smell right. Nobody saw them come and go when they were supposed to be, labour had started. Nobody, all the press were out there, they were surrounding Windsor, they were around the Portland where she was supposed to have the child. Nobody saw them. So more lies. And then recently this week we've had the article come out that says Meghan Markle wants to play bowls. So allegedly the papers are saying that Meghan has become a fan after watching people play from her window at Frogmore Cottage. The Duchess was so captivated, she went over to chat to the players from the Royal Household Bowling Club next door to her home on the Queen's Windsor estate. According to one observer, Meghan stopped to talk to two female players, telling them that she'd been watching the game from her upstairs window. First things first, no way in hell can you see that bowling green from Frogmore Cottage. I've shown you a picture here. You can see where Frogmore Cottage is, and then it's going to scan down all the way down, and there's that green square. Now that's the bowling green. No way in hell can she see that from her bedroom window or upstairs window, unless you can see through trees or you've got x-ray vision. Absolutely no way. You can see, look, there's a big line of trees in front of it, and there is the bowling green. How can you see that? Nobody can see that. You can actually see the little people playing on there. That's the bowling green. This has clearly been released by her PR team, and I want to know, why the blatant lies? Why? Why more lies? What is this to try and convince us that they live in Frogmore? Is it to try and force the narrative, ram it down our throats? Is she putting out these puff pieces to try and make sure that the idea that them living in Frogmore is implanted in everybody's head? There are whispers of her actually living with George and Amal a week after the birth of Archie, and now there are suggestions that she's back at Kensington Palace, the palace that they were allegedly kicked out of, for their constant wild parties. So I'd like to know, does anybody live at Frogmore? Many people at Windsor have commented on social media that Frogmore Cottage actually looks unlived in. You can see it from a distance, and the residents of Windsor have started to speak out that nobody actually lives there. MEB18 on Twitter, who's actually a resident of Windsor, says that the only time she's ever seen lights on at Frogmore is when the builders were working on it. So why are they trying to force this narrative that somebody lives there when the residents are saying nobody lives there? It's really rather bizarre. I can't understand it. What do you think? What are your ideas? Are they living there or are they living somewhere else? Are they holed up in the Cotswolds somewhere? Is it all smoke and mirrors? And then we come to the most recent blatant lie. Now, it's now been put out that Meghan and Harry are close to William and Kate's children, but it didn't look like that at the polo. It now has come out in the papers that George, Charlotte and Louis only met Archie at the polo match. I find this most bizarre, completely. We're told that they're close, and then we're told that they're not. Which one is it? You've got two conflicting pieces of press here. I personally think, looking at those photos from the polo match, there was no interaction whatsoever between the two families. So I think that the suggestion that they are best pals is ludicrous. Now, I'd also, just going on a slight tangent, I'd also like to discuss the fact that their recent cock-up about Prince George's birthday message. Now, everybody is saying, oh, they're niece and nephews, and they really don't have to be so strict with protocol. I say absolutely poppycock, because the fact that on the Kensington Palace page, they actually use the children's proper titles. Now, that's their parents wishing them a happy birthday via the Kensington Palace Instagram. They use their titles, their own parents. So the fact that if it's either Meghan or Meghan and Harry can't actually wish the children a happy birthday without using the correct title, it screams to me that somebody is extremely jealous of the line of succession. If their parents can use their titles, Prince princes and princess, why can't the lower line of succession show some respect? Now, I'm gonna end this video with a little bit of fun. I'm not gonna actually comment on what I'm showing you because, quite frankly, it's sourced from a not so reputable publication. But I have my own theories, and hopefully one day I might be able to share them with you and discuss them, possibly, if the truth really comes out. So until then, have some fun with this. As always, let me know what you think. Thank you very much for listening. If you've liked this video, then please hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit notification. It will tell you when I release any more videos. Once again, thank you very much for listening.